Hello, everyone. Let me test it. Testing the water first. First of all, before we start the show, I want to make sure we're on. Are we on? Yeah. Yeah. I think I got the wrong thing here. Okay, hold on. To the rail, my channel. What's going on over here? What's going on? What? Why is this like that? Why is it in Arabic? I got the wrong thing here. Don't mind the what do you call it? I don't know why this stuff is like that. Let me just double check. Okay, I gotta start all over. Sorry. Let me hang up and I'll be right back. Start the session. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Omar from the third rail. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the third rail, where we bring you the latest news and analysis of the main important issues of our time. I'm your host, Omar. And today we have a special report on Donald Trump, the historical indictment of the first former president of the United States to be indicted by the federal government for espionage, whatever you want to call it, for idiocy. I think Donald Trump's got to be the biggest idiot in history. And the people who support him are more idiots than they is. I have never seen someone who's going to go to jail or lose his political career over something stupid as just bringing back a library card, man. You could have done it. You could have done it. But no, Donald Trump don't want to do that. All he had to do was return the fucking paperwork. That's all he had to do. Very simple, very easy. Everybody's happy. Sorry, I made a mistake. I took these boxes by accident and I apologize. Here's the boxes. It took them 1 year. Please, could you bring him back? Nope. Can you please give him back? Nope. And they had to get a subpoena. They had to search the place. They had to embarrass him. They had to raid his house. He's a garbage man. He's a New York City douchebag. That's what we call him. I'm from New York, so he's from New York. Loves the hat. I'm rebranding. I'm wearing cowboy hats now. He's a New York City douchebag. There's no reason for this to be happening in the first place. He took some of the classified documents, and I heard when he was president, he didn't even want to read these classified documents. They had show him pictures, and stuff like that. Like me, when I was growing up, I used to just read the sports section of the newspaper instead of the front, because I was not political at that time. But Donald Trump, all he had to do was very simple. All he had to do was, I got these papers, my mistake. Sorry, here they are. Come, look whatever you want to look. See what it is. We'll look at it together. Whatever's yours, you take. Whatever's mine, I keep. You're happy. I'm happy. I'm the former president of the United States. I have prestige. I have honor. And I am not going to lower myself to being a douchebag and try to hide evidence to lawyer. You saw the indictments. He was telling his lawyers to throw him down the toilet or flush them, whatever. Let's see how it started first. Let's go to the video. I love this, man. I love it. Let me see if this is going to work. Nope, it's not going to work. Wait, hold on. Okay. I think his name is Jack Smith. That's the craziest name I ever heard for a lawyer or something like that. It's so simple. Let's see what he has to say first. This is him today at 3 o'clock.
Good afternoon. Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with felony violations of our national security laws, as well as participating in a conspiracy to obstruct justice. This indictment was voted by a grand jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida, and I invite everyone to read it in full to understand the scope and the gravity of the crimes charged. The men and women of the United States intelligence community and our armed forces dedicate their lives to protecting our nation and its people. Our laws that protect national defense information are critical for the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced. Thank you. Violations of those laws put our country at risk. Adherence to the rule of law is a bedrock principle of the Department of Justice, and our nation's commitment to the rule of law sets an example for the world. We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
That's right. Nobody's above the law.
Applying those laws, collecting facts, that's what determines the outcome of an investigation. Nothing more and nothing less.
Thank you.
The prosecutors in my office are among the most talented and experienced in the Department of Justice. They have investigated this case hewing to the highest ethical standards, and they will continue to do so as this case proceeds.
Okay.
It's very important for me to note that the defendants in this case must be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law.
That's right.
To that end, my office will seek a speedy trial in this matter,
Baby.
consistent with the public interest and the rights of the accused.
Okay.
We very much look forward to presenting our case to a jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida.
Thank you. So you see the whole story here. Donald Trump is famous for self-inflicted damages. He hurts himself. First of all, remember when he had the trial about that woman he allegedly raped like 30 years ago? When they had sorry for that. When they had they were asking him in the deposition, did you say women could be grabbed by the, you know what? He goes, yeah, it's been happening for millions of years. Fortunately and unfortunately, for millions of years, men have been grabbing women by the idiot. All you had to just say no. It was just banter talk. Or you're talking BS. Sometimes I talk more than I should, and I made a mistake. Case closed. Even now, this idiot right now, he has put himself in this position. There is no reason for this investigation to be happening. There's no reason. All he had to do was say, listen, I got this paperwork. I made a mistake. I took him by accident. I'm talking like Trump. I don't know why everybody wants to talk to Trump. All of a sudden they want to be like him. And I'm sorry. So come over here and take them back. I don't want no problem. You know how it is. I don't want to lose my legacy as the guy who tried to overthrow the government, who was corrupt, who killed the Saudi general for a bounty of $2 billion. I am not that person. Yes, you are. Let's say what the idiot had to say for himself. Then the idiot responds. This was last night, I think. There you go. He's innocent. He's innocent. Look at, I love when he moves his hand. Wait, hold on. Let me get out of the way. All right. Good, Donald.
Very sadly, we're a nation in decline.
No, we're not.
And yet, they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than...
You're not popular, and you didn't get more votes than everybody in history. You're only popular with a certain group in our country. The racists and the wannabe racists. That's all it is. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it now and forever. Donald Trump is a racist. Whoever votes for him is a racist. Whoever gives money to him is a racist. Anybody who enables him to become president or become in a position of power is a racist themselves. Because he has not did anything for those poor pieces of shit who vote for him. Name two things he did for people that support him, the poor whites in the Midwest and stuff. He didn't do nothing. 4 years, he was president of the United States. He didn't do shit for them. As a matter of fact, he did something. He passed a $2 trillion tax cut for the rich. At the same time, he was trying to repeal their health care. Repeal and replace. Remember the Obama and those idiots? Yes, we got to repeal it. Idiot, you're on it. You're on it. It's called Affordable Care. It's not called Obamacare. He's trying to take away your insurance, and you're here. And let's see what this idiot has to say for him. Let's listen to him. It's 4 minutes. Let's kill a couple of brain cells. Good.
They got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country.
Biden had 81 million. He only had 75 billion. So that's one lie. Let's go.
By far.
No.
And did much better the second time in the election than...
Oh, the first election he lost by 3 million votes to Hillary. He won the what do you call that? Fucking college electrical, whatever that arcane piece of shit cheating system we have.
First, and they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax.
Yeah.
And all of the others. It's been going on for 7 years. They can't stop. because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person. They had the most.
Isn't that shameful? That is the most shameful thing I ever heard. Here's the man who was the president of the United States. He had his hands on the nuclear weapons. He's there like an idiot. I'm an innocent guy, like some cheap shoplifting idiot in a mall. Look how you have fallen from grace because you are not a graceful person. You have no self respect for yourself or for the other. You are. It's all about me, 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 me. How much I want to make? How much I want to make? That's all it's about for you. Anybody that comes near you die. Politically, socially, whatever. Anybody who ever been with you. You know what happened this morning? All his lawyers quit. You know why? Because he doesn't pay them. He hasn't hired a law firm because he doesn't want to pay. Good. He's a thief.
Mueller hoax, the Mueller report, and that came out. No collusion after 2.5 years.
Yeah, there was collusion.
By Hillary Clinton and Democrats.
Oh, here go with Hillary.
This is what they do. This is what they do so well. If they would devote their energies to honesty and integrity, it would be a lot better for our country. They could do a lot better. They could do a lot of great things. But when you look at what's happened to our country in the last 3 years, we were energy independent. We had a strong military that wasn't woke. We were doing so well. We were respected all over the world. Got the biggest tax cuts in history, biggest regulation cuts.
I don't know what woke. He's starting to use that word woke. Good.
In history. And what do? You have a president where an election was taken, got more votes than any sitting.
You see, this is the problem with you. You're a fucking idiot, man. Excuse me. I don't care about his supporters no more. There's no fucking way to sugarcoat it. You did not win the election. Nobody cheated. You lost the election. Okay? And you're not going to win this time again. You've been a loser. You only got lucky in 2016. In 2018, you lost the House and the Senate. 2020, you lost the Senate and the presidency. In 2022, almost every candidate you picked lost, like the Herschel Walkers, other idiots all over the world, like Carrie Lakes. You are a loser. You are destroying the Republican Party. As a Democrat, I'm supposed to celebrate them. Like, good, I'm happy. This guy. No. It's no good for democracy because I don't want the Democrats to become a fucking monopoly either. We need a two-party system, a real two-party system, or three-party system, or four-party system. We want competition, man. We don't want just the whole government to be Democrats. We want the Republican Party to be a political party instead of just fucking grievances. Woke. Oh, they're trying to take your privileges. They're trying to take your privileges. Come on, let's go.
President in history by far, never anything even close.
All right.
And they come after me.
Yep.
Because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot against Biden and against the Republicans by a lot. But we're
liar. The poll is 46 for Biden and 40 for him. Go ahead.
Leading against Biden by a lot, a tremendous amount.
No, you're not.
And we went up to a level that they figured the way they're going to stop us is by using what's called warfare.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. This is warfare for the law.
Yeah.
And we can't let it happen.
Does that make sense to you, warfare? What?
Our country is going to hell. And they come after Donald Trump, weaponizing the Justice Department, weaponizing the FBI.
Right.
We can't let this continue to go on because it's ripping our country to shreds.
Right.
We have such big problems,
okay.
And this shouldn't be one of them. It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. Just
yeah, it's a hoax.
Russia, just like the fake dossier was a hoax. You saw the Durham report. You saw the Mueller report.
Durham report, 4 years of money wasted. Nothing happened. It was a dud. All they did, they chastised the FBI for having some unprofessional the way they did their job. Not the whole FBI, a certain group in there, that's it. Nobody was convicted. Nobody was arrested. He didn't show nothing. Hillary Clinton did not spy on him. Obama did not spy on his fucking administration.
It's all a big hoax.
No, it's not.
And they lost and we won.
All right.
We had tremendous support.
Yeah.
But that was a hoax and a scam.
All right.
Now they're doing it again. It's just a continuation, 7 years.
Yep.
Even after I'm out. But it's called election interference. They're trying to destroy your reputation so they can win an election.
You ran so you don't have to go to jail. You're going to go to jail, my brother. You're going to jail, hopefully.
Election. That's just as bad as doing any of the other things that have been done over the last number of years, and especially during the 2020 election.
Yep.
So I just want to tell you, I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong.
See how silly that sound when the former president of the United States is saying I'm an innocent man? Isn't that shameful? How did you fall from grace, man? You never had any grace, but this is the most shameful comment I ever seen in my whole life. Here you are sitting in front of some ugly ass picture telling us that you won the election, but people took it away from you. That the first election you had more votes than everybody. You lost by almost 5 million votes to Hillary Clinton. You lost to Biden, Sleepy Biden or Sleepy Joe by 10 million votes. You're a loser, man. You're a con artist. Everything you do and touch dies. You started a university, it was fake. You had to pay $25 million as a penalty. You started a foundation, you stole from it. They had to shut it down. Did you know that Donald Trump and his kids cannot start a foundation in New York State because they would steal the money? His election, all the people around him, they all resigned. Zinke, the interior, the secretary of interior, the secretary of that, they all resigned. His campaign manager went to jail. Marford, everybody around you either went to jail or was under investigation or made a deal to be a witness against another person. You are one of the biggest failure in history. You did not do nothing. The only thing you did, and you fucked it up, is it's called, what is that called? Warp, Operation Warp. With you got to give credit is due with the vaccine. Only to deny it and say it's bad and create this misunderstanding and people afraid of the vaccine that he helped get and save millions of lives. But he don't want to take credit for it. He'd rather be on the opposition of lies and Q9s, making up story, getting all those white people worked out. What? Got the cowboy hat. You can't say shit.
And we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years. It would be wonderful if we could devote our full time to making America great again.
Oh.
And that's exactly what we did. But now, again, our country is in decline.
No, it's not.
We're a failing nation.
Nope.
And this is what they do.
That's a kind of
I'm
history.
an innocent man.
Oh.
We will prove that again. 7 years of proving it. And here we go again. Very unfair. But that's the way it is. I just want to thank everybody. We are doing something very special for our country. We're putting America first. I always put America first.
Yeah.
And that's why we were in a position. Unfortunately, that position is no longer valid because they've done such a poor job. But we're in a position where we're going to make America great again.
All right.
I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly. Thank you very much.
All right, now get the fuck out of my fucking video. All right, there you have it, guys. Let me put I like this one. Nope, I like this. No. So as we were watching Donald Trump embarrassingly saying that he's I'm innocent, it's the optics of it. It's the craziest shit. I cannot imagine that shit in my lifetime that will happen in the United States. That a former president of the United States will come on social media and tell the people that he's innocent. I didn't steal that stuff from Ralph's supermarket. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, it was you. You had every opportunity to be a fucking human being, and you stopped. You didn't want to be it. You became president by luck because everybody thought Hillary was going to win. A lot of people did not go to vote. They thought they had it in the bag. Donald Trump is like the person that hangs around in a casino and plays those nickel slot machine, and he's been playing it all his life. And he hits the jackpot one day, and he wins $1 million at the casino. The same thing happened to him. He got elected. People run for president now, like that guy Vivek, that Indian guy who wants to fucking abolish everything. They do it for self-promotion, to write books and make money. It's a money-making business to run for president in the United States. You make a lot of money. He didn't think he was going, and he won. That was it. That was a slot machine. He won by luck, then he started losing. He hasn't won since then. 7 years of losing. Every person that he picked to run as a senator or as a congressperson, let's say maybe 90% of them lost. You know what I'm saying? And that's not leadership. He has no leadership quality. Let's see what other people had to say. Let's see what other people had to. I was gonna be in a fucking panel today, but maybe it's gonna be next week. Trying to reach out to the brothers. Here's this fucking idiot here. Listen to this.
If the Department of Justice gets his way, he will
Hold on. Okay, let's listen to this.
just by one of these counts, conspiracy to obstruct justice, which
Yes.
is a 20-year maximum sentence.
Okay.
This is a disgusting
Yeah. Okay.
remark on American history for the
Sorry.
future to come
Where is it? Okay.
by these bandits in the White House, by the Democrat.
This is Mark Levin. He's a fucking piece of shit. He screams a lot. I think he has a hemorrhoid in his ass. Well, this is him last night. It was they only thought it was 7 counts. When we woke up, it's 38 counts. Okay, let me see what it is.
That don't play fair anymore. They
Yeah.
don't want to just win elections.
Yeah, we did an insurrection. We threw people to the Capitol. We tried to overthrow the government. We tried to change the ballot carriers from every state. We tried everything in the book to overthrow the government, but we did not succeed. Had the people in jail. Those Democrats, they don't want to play fair no more. Those Democrats don't want to play no more fair. They don't want to play fair.
They want to take control of this country. They want one-party rule. And they have
And they are going to be a one-party rule. You know what? Because you're fucking self-destruction right in front of us. The Republican Party's imploding. The only person this week that sounded fucking normal was Chris Christie. Oh, these are idiots. This is the reason people like him, the Republican Party, is self-imploding and losing people. That's why. That's what, like I said before, we don't want a one-party system. We don't want the Democrats to be the dominating political party in the United States, because they'll become corrupt, because absolute rule create corruption. So we want the Republicans to play a part. But when look at this idiot, look.
used the Department of Justice and the FBI to get what they want.
Okay.
Merrick Garland is a mob lawyer.
No, he's not. He's been a judge almost 30 years. He doesn't even yell. If there's a fire, I hate to be him, because he's not going to yell it so loud. People are going to go die from the fire, because he can't talk like fire, fire, fire. There's a fire.
That's what he is.
All right.
Jack Reed is a rogue Soviet-style prosecutor.
Yeah, communism. You got some communism in there. Feed the masses. The Marxists are trying to take over the United States. Only Mark Levin, our Jewish brother here, is going to save the United States.
The Presidential Records Act is not a criminal statute.
It is
was never intended to be.
Yeah.
The Espionage Act of 1917 was passed under Woodrow Wilson, another corrupt president.
He was corrupt too. Even 100 years ago, the other president was corrupt. So it's corruption above corruption above corruption. The only person who's not corrupt is that piece of shit, Donald Trump. Right there, see it? Do you see the thing? I don't know if you can see my cursor. You don't see it. Right there. See? Right there? Yeah, that's him.
President. Woodrow Wilson used it to go after his adversaries.
Yeah, those.
2000.
Leave me move along.
Where the former Attorney General, Bill Barr, comes up here and bloviates about it. And this is a document case.
Right?
A document. He was in the U.S. Senate, for God's sakes.
Uh-oh.
In his garage.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from the legal analysts the technicalities about false statements and obstruction. This should never have been a criminal case. Willful retention of documents.
Yep.
Well, what's the unwillful retention of documents?
He didn't want to return them.
Throwing all these process crimes and all these crimes that grow out of the criminal investigation against Trump. What did he do with the documents?
I don't know.
Did he sell them to the enemy?
No.
No. That's why we have an Espionage Act, not to trick up a president. What did he do? Did he burn them all? No. The government has all the documents back. So there is no...
All he had to do was just return them. He didn't have to lie and hide them. They needed subpoenas. They had to go to court. They had to find them. And there are still a lot of missing because they did not search all those places of residence. So stop yelling, Mark. Get some hemorrhoid lubrication. Put it in your fucking anus, because I know that shit is burning you right now. He always yells. I know from the 90s and 80s. No, not the 80s. I mean, the late 90s. He used to be with Rush Limbaugh and all that.
violation violation of the presidential
Fuck
election
it. I want to
at
be the
this point.
fucking dominator
But they
here.
throw the book at him.
Yes.
They go after his attorneys.
Yep.
They make them testify. They're attorneys under the crime fraud exemption to
Yep.
attorney-client privilege.
They
That
quit.
means he didn't have due process. His own lawyers were being subjected to interrogations.
Yep.
And they had hundreds of in-person people testifying in front of grand juries.
Yeah.
Thousands of collections of documents. For what?
Yeah.
For what?
Because he refused to return the classified documents. All he had to do was just return them and everybody's happy and go their merry way. No, but the idiot has to self-destruct like he usually does, say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing and try to get away with it. Now it's 38 counts. If he doesn't go to jail, I'm leaving and going to move to Canada.
And they indict him today?
Even if they have fires over there, I'm still going to move there.
They indict him today in Miami? All of a sudden it's in Miami? All
Yeah.
of a sudden we have a Florida grand jury?
Let me tell you about that. He has a Washington grand jury, but the whole idea, if he had indicted him in Washington, they're going to say, look at him. He indicted him in Washington because it's a Democratic area. 97% of the people there are Democrat. He wants to get an unfair trial. But he outmaneuvered them, this guy. What was his name? Jack Straw, whatever the fuck. I don't know why I call him Jack Straw. Jack Smith. What a fucking generic name. He outmaneuvered them. He indicted them in Florida. Florida, yes, it's a red state, but who cares? He has to hold the trial, show all the evidence. If the people of Florida think there's not enough there, then there's not enough. He should be found innocent. But if they find there's a lot of shit going on, he should be found guilty like everybody else. We're not asking for anything special. Do I look good with this hat? I don't know. I got to stop wearing this hat again.
Because the moron in Washington figured out that there are venue issues.
Yeah.
That could
See?
lose him his case.
Yep.
This guy, this prosecutor.
He outmaneuvered you.
8-0 in the U.S. Supreme Court.
All
And
right.
they overturned the conviction of the former governor of Virginia because this jerk took a statute and expanded it. A jury in North Carolina wouldn't convict John Edwards because this jerk took a campaign statute and expanded it. And he's taken this case and he's undermining the country and he's interfering with a presidential election. And let me be clear, as Jared said, the Attorney General of the United States made this final decision. This is not the independent counsel statute. This is a special counsel appointed by the Attorney General under a Department of Justice regulation. This Attorney General, who pretends he's Helen Keller, he made the decision to indict the former president, and they made the decision.
Shut the fuck up. He's screaming and yelling. He's a wounded animal. He's like an animal that's having a baby, trying to get those birth. All right. Let's see what Fox News has to say.
You get all of us.
Because the channels, the TV channels have become tribalism. If you go to CNN, they're a little there and there. MSNBC, they're having a party like in the bottom floor of Rock Center, whatever it's called. Let's see what Fox News has to say.
But if they can get Trump, it means they can get you.
Oh.
They can get me. They can get all of us.
No, they can't, because first of all, I never was a president. I don't have no access to top secret documents, so there's no way they could get to me. I'm just a poor piece of shit from New York City. So don't say that about me. Maybe they're gonna get you for lying or something, but not us. So don't put us in the situation here. Stop that. It's Donald Trump's problem. It has nothing to do with us. Fucking chest is killing me. I'm the only guy who's sick and try to be a fucking YouTuber.
He is standing in the way, and that can sound like a...
You see how they say that? He's standing in the way between them and you. They are the deep state, and they're trying to get you. Nobody's trying to get nobody. It's very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching my channel, or if you ever see this in any short or anything, it's very simple. There was some paperwork that was taken, maybe by accident, maybe deliberately. All he had to do was just return it, and everybody's happy, and everybody's on their way. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all he had to do, man. But, nah,
campaign slogan, but it's very true. So he disrupted everything they were up to, and they know a second term of Trump is the overturning of the table, the exposing of everything they've done.
Yeah, so what he
I
did.
was on your program the night that Alvin Bragg brought the indictment as well.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, and I'll say it again, I mean, this is a terrible night for our Republic and our Constitution and our
No,
but as it pertains to the
it's a beautiful night for our country. No one is above the law. Donald Trump will have his day in court like any other American. If he's innocent, he'll be found innocent. If he's guilty, I'm only going to be upset. I hope that they don't fucking try to pardon him. I want him to go to jail, this piece of shit. Really, I really do. Honestly. There's nothing here. There's no favoritism. There's no government. There's no Biden conspiracy. It's very simple. He had paperwork. He don't want to return it. He wanted to play the tough guy. You know, that's it.
The Republican primary, Republicans will rally around Donald Trump.
Yeah, right.
I think every single Republican nominee should be down in Miami on Tuesday night.
Yeah, kumbaya, kumbaya.
Justice in the country, saying, hey, I may be running for president. Mike Pence, Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, whoever, Ron DeSantis, but this is injustice. This should not stand. Now, I don't think they have a chance now, considering what Trump is up against. This will only strengthen him.
Okay.
But it's not about...
So why are you complaining if they make him stronger?
Trump. It's about our system.
Yeah.
He's been willing to expose it. They've targeted him, and this will only serve to rally voters behind him, Sean, in the Republican nominee process, because they realize what's at stake. Everything Mark Levin laid out, everything Greg Jarrett laid out, everything all the lawyers laid out beautifully. Is the fragile nature of our republic. And Donald Trump has said, I will expose it, I will take it on, I will take the arrows. And they're sending the entire weight of the federal government against him. And if they can do that, they can do it to all of us. That's what's at stake. And that's why I think it makes him stronger as a nominee. But
shut the fuck up. Does that make any sense to you? This is an independent cable news network. I watch MSNBC. I mean, it's not the best channel, but, you know, at least they lay down the law. This could happen this way. They don't say because of you, of him. He's standing in front of him. He's taking all the arrows for you. He has never took a fucking arrow for anybody in his whole life. This piece of shit right there. Right there. See it? Never. Okay? So let's not kid each other. Donald Trump has never took an arrow for anybody in his whole life. He's a self-dealing, narcissistic human being. All right, Vivek. Yeah, I don't want this idiot here. Who's this? Let me see. Republicans against Trump. All right, who gives a damn? When did I take this one? It's just 6 hours ago. Let's see.
There's a lot of torpedoes in the water, but this is the one that some of us have been flagging.
Why is it so small?
It is a serious threat.
Yeah,
Obstruction of justice, false statements are called the darlings of federal prosecutors.
Okay, that's a Fox News guy. Yeah, that's the other idiot. All right, that's the other idiot screaming, yelling.
And all these crimes that grow out of the criminal investigation against Trump. What did he do with the documents? Did he sell them to the enemy?
Yes.
No. That's why we have an Espionage Act, not the trick of a president. What did he do? Did he burn them all? No. The government has all the documents back.
Shut the fuck up.
So there is no violation of the presidential records.
All right, let's move on from this. Okay, let's move on from Donald Trump. Let's go to another segment. We're going to go through what we call the crazies. Okay, ready? These are the craziest people on social media. I love to watch these guys. But, you know, I like this, but I love this. Okay, here we go. These are Right Wing Watch. This is like a website that watch all the crazies on the right. Let's see what their response is. This is how they respond to Donald Trump's going to prison.
If I were to comment out of the Marine Corps, okay, what I would do is order every single Marine assigned to the Marine Corps barracks to go grab freaking Biden, throw him in freaking zip ties into the back of a freaking pickup truck.
He's the president.
Get him out of the White House.
All right.
Order that right now.
Yeah.
And if the Marines don't do it, as a matter of fact, can I call the freaking Marine Corps right now?
Yeah.
Comment out of the Marine Corps?
I have to tell you something. If I was in charge of a department there, and let's say I was in the 3 or 4 star general level, I would probably walk in and shoot Milley in the head, and I would aggressively take over the entire group.
Yeah.
If it were legal.
Right.
They threw, if it was only, he just threatened the president of the United States. I'm willing to bet you the Secret Service will have a conversation with him. It is against the law to threaten the president of the United States, no matter what. You could disagree, you could make fun of him, you could, say a lot of shit about him, but you do not threaten the head of state of the country. He is the president of 330 million Americans. He's not some fucking guy from the street. And you're not gonna tie him in zip ties, you piece of shit. Joe Biden, you fucking
and I would take
grifter.
him out,
All right.
and I would order an absolute. I would have my hit list. Yeah, I'd have
You about to say Hitler, right?
And I would make them go after everybody that was on the list. The 50, the dirty 51, Schiff, Pelosi, Schumer. Literally nobody would be left when I got done. I would snatch them all.
Yeah.
If I were the
That's the problem. Nobody's joining the Republican Party. Look how you're talking. You're gonna kill a lot of people. This is crazy. Is it? They need to be reported, man. All right, let's see. This is the Q9 idiots. They went to Mount Rushmore, and guess what? They saw President.
He's looking towards.
Watch. They're gonna lie. Watch. Here you go.
It's really basically the cloud formation right in the middle of that picture. And some people, if you can see it, there's like a three-dimensional.
Right.
So there's a nose and there's shadows underneath.
I don't see Donald Trump. Do you guys see Donald Trump in there? He's not in there. But let's go. Let's entertain these assholes. Okay.
The nose to give it definition, and the eyes.
All right.
And the shadow.
All right.
Yeah. And depending on how I look at it and when I look
Bring
at it,
these charges all the time.
Yep.
And they're largely successful. So you have to take this very seriously.
Juxtapose
What we
switch
have
to that picture of Donald Trump.
really
So
wait for is to see what the indictment says. There are a lot of leaks. In the past, some leaks have proven to be untrue. But there are leaks that they have had cooperation from within the Trump team, that they have.
Who's talking? Getting upset here. Messing up my show here. I don't like that. Right? Let's go back to these two idiots.
Go back to the other. See, it's kind of that angle. That's kind of.
Yeah.
He's actually looking.
These two people are actually telling us that they see Donald Trump there. I'm not seeing him. Do you see him, guys? I don't see Donald Trump over there on Mount Rushmore. But they say that no. Look at this.
And if you can put Donald Trump back up again.
Yeah, put him up. Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah,
that's him.
That direction towards the left. He's looking towards the left of the picture.
Right.
Yeah. It's really basically the cloud formation.
What a fucking crazy son of a bitches. These people lost their fucking mind. Okay, let's go to the next. I don't see Donald Trump there. All right, next. Here we go. Let's see what this guy's got to say. First of all, let's see who he is. Let's introduce him. This is Trump pastor / mega cultist Shane Vaughn. Says Christian must unite to re-elect Trump, the most un-Christian president in the United States. That's Donald Trump. Never been to a church in his whole life.
Lies with the president. And when he is elected, if it's in an orange jumpsuit or in a black business suit, the moment the power of the presidency rests in his hands, if he has to take his solemn oath in a prison cell, the next thing he will do is pardon himself. The Constitution allows for it. He will overcome. Believe it. Do not be deceived by the fear or the lies. This nation will now rise up greater than we ever have to vote for the pardon. Vote for the pardon. Vote for the pardon. Hashtag vote.
Vote for the pardon. Vote for the pardon. See how they talk? I could talk like a priest. And send me $20 or $50 so I can keep this going, so I could buy a new microphone. Shut the fuck. Get out of here. Get out. This guy's fucking dead. Presumably Trump doesn't. I don't know. They did this shit when June 8th. He's dead. This guy died. I mean, it was like a day.
People in the Senate. There was a madness yesterday. And it came on Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And people had been hoping and hoping. He had his own people in the Senate all ready to fight for him. Congress was ready. Ted Cruz was ready.
Ted Cruz.
What does Trump do?
Yeah.
He goes crazy.
Yeah.
And he urges his huge crowd that came to Washington to support him
Yeah.
to take a march on the Capitol. And suddenly,
He's old,
there
right?
been some ringers that went into that group as well. We don't know if there were some people as well, but they took over the Capitol. They invaded the offices and just did horrible things.
He said the truth. You gotta give credit, yeah.
Instead of supporting him, now the people who were all lined up to have a hearing on every one of those voter fraud.
I don't know why they put him up here. This guy's
no
dead, you know.
longer able to do anything.
Shut up. You're very dead. Bring in. Okay, let's see. I gotta see. In 2015, Rob, the grieving mother, he thought that God had allowed her child to die because that little baby could grow up to be. Listen, this is old shit, man. This guy.
Only in part. What else can I say? From Jane, who says, a coworker confronted me in the break room and said she can't believe in a God who let her baby of 3 years old die, suffering a long battle in and out of hospitals while he heals other children. She asked me, why did God allow my baby to die? I told her that I didn't know why her child died, but God sees the whole
Listen to his answer.
picture. We see only in part. What else can I say?
As far as God's concerned, he knows the end from the beginning, and he sees a little baby, and that little baby could grow up to be Adolf Hitler. He could grow up to be Joseph Stalin.
Whoa.
He could grow up to be some serial killer, or he could grow up to die of a hideous disease. God sees all that.
Yeah.
And for that,
So God did us a favor. He killed that baby because he could have been a mass murder if he had become a full-grown human being. Is that what you're trying to say there, Mr. Robertson?
life to be terminated while he's a baby, he's going to be with God forever in heaven. So that isn't a bad thing. So how could God
You're
do
crazy,
that?
man.
How could a good God let
You
that
go
happen?
nuts.
Well, the good God is going to take
Good
that baby
picture,
to
yeah.
heaven right now, and that isn't a bad thing.
All right.
Jane, who says, a coworker confronted
All right, let me let you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the who fears God says that God killed that 3-year-old baby. He might have been a fucking bad kid. Could have been a serial killer. Could have been a Hitler-like. Could have been a Joseph Stalin-like. All right, let me see. These guys are going back. I don't know, 2014, in 2013. All right, the guy's dead. Leave him the fuck alone. He's crazy, right? He's dead. Let's see what he said. In 2010, Robertson attributed a deadly earthquake in Haiti. Oh, here you go.
You know, Napoleon.
Okay, there was a earthquake in Haiti. You know, Haiti's all black, right? Okay.
Something happened a long time ago in Haiti, and people may not want to talk about it. They were under the heel of the French.
Right.
You know, Napoleon III and
whatever. Yeah.
And they got together and swore a pact to the devil.
No, they didn't. They got together and they started a revolution. Got rid of the French. Toussaint Louverture, his name is the leader of that. I fucking went to college, guys. This fucking idiot is saying that the Haitian people who were slaves under the French got together and made a deal with the devil to get rid of the French. What a fucking quack, man.
And swore a pact to the devil. They said, we will serve you if
right.
you get us free from the French. True story.
Oh.
And so the devil said, okay.
And the devil said, okay, I want to see the paperwork. Who was writing this shit when it happened? When they were speaking to the devil, I need some proof.
It's a deal. And they kicked the French out. You know, the Haitians revolted and got themselves free.
Haitian were the first people to free themselves from a colonial power in the Caribbean. Before we went there, stole. It's a long time. You know what time we went to Haiti because Citibank wanted their gold? We sent Marines. We went to the central bank, took all the gold, and we brought it to New York. We actually robbed them of their gold. Us, the United States. I don't know. I think it was in 1913, somewhere around there. For Citibank. We took all their fucking gold. We used the military. You guys, I need you guys, if you're listening to this podcast, to study the banana wars. We had the banana wars where we invaded South America for the Chiquita banana, all the bananas, so we could take their land and grow all the bananas for these companies. Okay, let him finish.
But ever since, they have been cursed by one thing after the other, desperately poor. That island of Hispaniola is one island, cut down the middle. On one side is Haiti, on the other side is the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is prosperous, healthy,
That's true.
resorts, etc.
But I don't know if it has to do anything with the devil.
Poverty, same island. They need to have, and we need to pray for them, a great turning to God.
About sending an angel there to make a deal with them. Who's this? What the fuck? All these dead people are coming up today. Who's these? Christian nationalists. I don't. Oh, here we go. It's this old old is this shit. Nick Fontaine, who said that having sex with women is gay. A fucking idiot. And knowing that, he'll never gain. Oh, okay, let's see. Listen to the philosophy of Nick Fontaine.
Millionaires.
Okay. Well, this is what he's saying. Like, the people who follow him now, the little kids, the gropers.
I don't want to tell you, like, our full game plan, but I've been pretty transparent about it from the beginning.
How's the game plan?
My goal is to red pill as many teenagers and 20-somethings as possible.
Okay.
And then a fraction of them are going to become millionaires or professionals or get into politics.
All right.
And then in 10 years, there's going to be 1,000 or 2,000 people or
right.
10,000 people in American politics
right.
at a high level with influence and money and power.
All right.
And they're going to believe the things I say on the show.
Wow.
And so one becomes many.
Okay.
And a guy who is
Sound like the
outside of the
Marines.
system for saying these things is now by proxy inside the system everywhere.
Wow.
And we've achieved that in a significant way, and it progresses every day.
All right.
I find out every day there's more groypers I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
In different positions.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could tell you, you would go crazy.
Uh-oh. This is the most idiotic thing I ever heard. He said because the kids are watching his show right now, all the young kids, they're going to grow up, become rich and famous, then they're going to follow him, and then he's going to take over the world. I guess that's what he meant, right? Okay, before I go, let's look at one more. I had a big show, but I'm tired, man. Okay, Pete, what is this funny name? Pete Higgins revealed to a group of right-wing passes at a Turning Point USA, that's the Shirley Kirk, that piece of shit, confident that he is a survivor. Okay, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard. He's a survivor! I thought he was going to say he's a survivor of Auschwitz or the fucking Holocaust. Let's see what this idiot has to say.
You see, when I stand in front of audiences, the first thing I say, and I think it connects all of us, most of us,
Okay.
is that I stand in front of you as a survivor.
Uh-oh.
Not just a survivor of my
I hope he was not molested as a child. Let's see what he says survivor of. Let's hope this kid made it.
own human nature and sinful nature.
All right.
That's of course the case. But a survivor of a progressive, godless education that I didn't even know that I received.
Oh my gosh.
That most kids in American classrooms today have no idea.
So I'm a fucking victim? I didn't even know it because I went to New York City public schools? I'm a victim! I am a victim.
They're receiving. You see, I grew up in a wonderful Bible-believing Christian home. My parents took me to church every Sunday morning. We went to Awana every Wednesday night.
I hope there's no molestation in there.
We were Baptist, First Baptist Church.
Yeah.
But everything about what happened at church was completely disconnected from what happened at school.
Wow.
Or every other part of my life. That was intentional. You see, when I stand in front
All right, get the fuck out of here. I went to public school. I turned out to be all right. I'm not a serial killer. I don't hate people. I don't rob people. Haven't killed anyone. Haven't shoplifted. Never molested anybody. Never shot anybody. Never raped anybody. Cheated on my taxes. I don't know. Let's keep that away. I'm good. And I think that New York City public education was the best I had. I got bullied, got beat up, had friends, met different people of different color, different nationality, different ethnicity. And that's it. And I grew up and I went to work, to the workplace, and I met the same people again with those things. And public school prepared me for that. Public school prepared me to live with people. All right, I gotta go, man. I'm not feeling good. All right, let me go to doom. All right, everybody, this is Omar from the Third Rail. I'm gonna say goodbye. The thing with Trump is very simple. All he had to do was don't take any paperwork that doesn't belong to you. And if you do have it, just return it back. It's like a library books. We used to take them. If we don't bring them back, they used to give us a penalty of 30 cents, 40 cents, whatever it is, $1. And eventually we had to return them back. All he had to do was say, yes, I got him. I made a mistake. Didn't know they were there. Come and get him. See if there's any more. Look any way you want to look. Maybe it was an accident when we were packing them. But it's not an accident if you're trying to hide them or trying to make them disappear. There's something there. There's something there that is not making any sense with Donald Trump and these classified information. What he trying to sell them is not far-fetched. I know Donald Trump. He's a real estate person. He'll sell even his mother's tongue if he can to make money. I know him. It's all about transactional with him. His whole life is about how much can I make out of that. That's what he is. That's how he was raised. He's a businessman, not a good one, but that's what. Have you ever went to rent a store or anything? I used to be in the retail business. They will sell you the sun and the stars. This is a great location. 30, 40,000 cars pass a day over here. There's about 10 different buses. There's nobody there. It's a fucking wind. And they sell you. That's what Donald Trump does for a living. That's what he did for a long time. And my only issue here, nobody's afraid of Donald Trump anymore, or the people who follow him. They used to say, well, he was so fucking cocky before this happened. He sent a letter to the Attorney General Garland, and he said, listen, what can we do to lower the temperature in the United States? Like a mobster. He was indirectly threatening the government of the United States with his goons. After they went to jail, nobody's going to come out for you, man. America is a low-biting country. We got a couple of idiots here and there, but at the end of the day, the majority are silent. We don't like chaos. We don't like craziness. We don't like divisiveness. We don't need all those headlines of you on TV every night and every day. You got to go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Please go away. Go away, Donald Trump. Let America live. Let America's democracy survive, man. All right. This is Omar from the Third Rail. Love you all. Had a great show. I don't know if it made any sense, but listen, I feel good when I do them. Even you should see I feel really sick when I do them. But I think that's the only outlet I have to you. Thank you. Support the channel. I don't want your money or anything. Just press like and share. No donation. I don't want anything. I'm good. Tell me how the hat is, because I love this cowboy hat, man. I feel more American when I wear that hat.